there, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Jam Potter here. Welcome to my channel where I talk about books and bookish things. I'll upload on Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Central Time. And I am an independent author, an avid reader, and a cat mom of 3. And today I have my little green notebook, which means it's time for a hardest reading challenge you'll ever do to update. Let's get into it. So I posted a couple weeks ago that I have my first bingo for HRCYED, and I'm very excited about that. That being by the hundreds, as many as you can read in 24 hours, subgenres of choice, series stairway, and award season. I also have TBR game. I just finished that one this month, as well as the last 10 years, all the adaptations, disability rep, around the world, even bigger rainbow, spooky creatures challenge, become the avatar, and a nonfiction challenge. So I only have 11 squares left. So let's start at the beginning. So by the hundreds, that one is completed. So these are the books I read from my by the hundreds. When the Moon Hatched, depending on what version of it you read, which edition, it's either over 700 pages or it's just over 5. The edition I read was just over 700 pages because it was the paperback. It was okay. The first half of the book, I was waiting for something to happen, and then everything happened, and I was excited, and I was thrilled. And then the ending was just kind of too many threads and trying too hard to set up the next book. So I don't think I'll be finishing that one. And then I completed, this one was my New Year's Eve challenge. I did this on New Year's Eve, rather. This is as many books as you can read in 24 hours. And I read Percy Jackson, The Titan's Curse, Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters, Percy Jackson, The Battle of the Labyrinth, and Percy Jackson, The Last Olympian. I had already read Percy Jackson, Lightning Thief previously in last year. I also read Catherine Called Birdie, The Penderwicks, Ace and Arrow Relationship Guide, I Am Ace, What Feasts at Night, and What Stalks the Deep, making 10 books I read in 24 hours. Series Stairway, I'm finally done with. I have a standalone, which is The Truth According to Ember, duology, Book of Night and Thief of Night, trilogy, I read The Hot and Hammered, which is Fix Her Up, Love Her or Lose Her, and Tools of Engagement. And then I'd read quadrilogy. It doesn't have to be a quadrilogy, it's just 4 more books in the same series. I read Praise, Eyes on Me, Madam, and Mercy. Last 10 years, I have 2017 Trashy Romance Novel, 2018 Man and His Cat Volume 1, 2019 Fix Her Up, 2020 Tools of Engagement, 2021 4,000 Weeks, 2022 Stoneblind, 2023 King, 2024, 9-month contract, 2025, The Entanglement of Rival Wizards, and 2026, I have Facts and Feelings, which is an indie book I got as an ARC, and it is phenomenal. If you haven't read Facts and Feelings, you have to. It is so good. And then all the adaptations. This one I've talked about many times, but I've read all of those, as well as the disability representation. There are those guys. For Heritage Months, I'm just missing Arab Heritage. I need to find a book that'll work for that. Translated works, you're supposed to read 5 books that are translated from their original language into the language you read, and I've gotten 3 of those. The Bus Pirate Driver Who Wanted to Be God, translated from Hebrew. Jawbone, translated from Spanish. A Man and His Cat, translated from Japanese, so I just need 2 more. And then Around the World, read a book by an author or located in each of the following. North America, I did Bewitching, which is Mexico and the U.S. South America, Jawbone takes place in Ecuador. Africa, The Dream Count. It takes place in Africa and the U.S., but it does take place partially in Africa. Europe, I read The Book Swap, which takes place in the U.K. Asia, A Man and His Cat, Volume 2, which takes place in Japan. Australia, Love Flushed. And then bonus for Antarctica, I haven't found one that I want to read that takes place in Antarctica. Then Even Bigger Rainbow is also finished. I have Red, A Dowry of Blood. Orange, The Free People's Village. Yellow, Love Her or Lose Her. Green, The Plus One. Teal, Mercy. Light blue, All Boys Aren't Blue. Blue, Picture Perfect. Purple, Fix Her Up. Pink, Tools of Engagement. Black, Eyes on Me. White, Satyr, which is an independent book written by a friend of mine. It is so good. It is phenomenal. You have to read it. Gold, Mansfield Park and More Than 7 Colors, The Truth According to Ember. Then Spooky Season, I finally finished. We have Vampire, A Dower of Blood. Shifter, Naughty Nice and Holiday Lights. Magic User, The Entanglement of Rival Wizards. Fae Folk, When the Moon Hatched. Spirit, Boudica. Merfolk, The Merry Spinster. Zombie, What Moves the Dead, and Other, Satyr. Then Become the Avatar, cover or title that represents each of the 4 elements. So I have Water, The Bluest Eye. Earth, The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. Fire, Dark Rapture, and Air, Darn It All. I am just missing exotic pets. I had to look up what constitutes an exotic pet because I don't even know anymore. But I have the Animal Challenge, House Pets, A Man and His Cat, Volume 2. Exotic pets I still need. Farm animals, I have The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is reindeer, which they do farm reindeer in some parts of the world, so I'm counting it. Wild animals, Boudica, features hart, hare, and stag. Oh, and I also need zoo animals, which actually, I just realized I have that one. It's Unwrap Me, because there is a love scene that takes place in the giraffe enclosure. And then we have the bigger queer alphabet. Gay, lesbian, bi/pan, trans, asexual, polyamory, and gender fluid are all represented. I just need intersex and non-binary. So here are those books there. Then BIPOC authors, you're supposed to read 10. I have 7. I have Percival Everett, Francisco Guerra, Umi Sakurai, Toni Morrison, Anagire, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and Robin Sharma. So I just need 3 more. And then new releases. I've been keeping up with this one. I'm very proud of myself. I have July, when the challenge started, The Bewitching. August, The Entanglement of Rival Wizards. September, Picture Perfect. October, The Resurrectionist. November, P.S. You're the Worst. December, The Once and Future Queen. And January, Facts and Feelings. Then I have the Nonfiction Challenge is also finished. I have Rich Bitch, 4,000 Weeks, Diary of a Young Girl and Frank, Irresistible Blurbs, and the 5 a.m. Club. On my currently reading, I have one of the full reading vlogs for Q's recommendations. The Cozy Mini Review I found, but I do have any TikTok reel or short, which is that one there. I don't know if I can say it on YouTube. And then subgenres, I picked romance as my main genre. So I have a horror romance, a contemporary romance, poetry romance, fantasy romance, literary romance, and LGBT romance. And then award season. Thank you so much to whoever it was that told me that I needed more than 4. I needed 7, but that one is done. And then TBR challenge. This one was Rolls for Reads, a D&D inspired TBR game. I finished it this month. I was supposed to get to 355,000 XP. I got to 364,950 XP. That one is done. Make up a quote. I finally have some progress on that. My quote is, "That which does not kill us makes us stronger." And I have the first that in Eat That Frog, which was a terrible book, but it counted, so it's not a total loss. I haven't started the readathon. I'll probably start that one this month in February. A to Z challenge. I have A through U. And then I have W. So I just need V, X, Y, and Z. So I only have the hard letters left. And then for my personal challenge, I have, I wanted to read 150 books during the course of the challenge. As of filming this, I have read and completed reading, no DNFs here, 101 books. So since July 7th, I have read 101 books. So that is my progress for hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. Are you doing the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do? Are you challenging yourself with any reading challenges? I'd love to hear how you're doing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.